hello everyone! Whew. These past couple of months have been a lot. As you can see, I am currently in a new space that I'm still working on. We've slowly been moving from Arizona back to Texas, and a lot of our things are currently still in boxes. We've been doing all this while preparing for one of the most intense, overwhelming weeks of my life. So I was invited to be a designer at the Anime Expo fashion show! Anime Expo is the largest anime convention in North America. It is so big, and I'm sure some of y'all might have seen those TikToks of people sardine together trying to walk through the whole thing. There definitely were a lot of people, which I'm not used to. I'm used to smaller, cozier conventions like OkashiCon, which BTW was literally right after Anime Expo, and I was also part of their fashion show, so it was back-to-back madness. Preparing for a fashion show takes quite a long time. It usually takes me a couple of months to prepare, but with AX, Anime Expo, I only had weeks. The day that we landed in LA, because we had to fly from Texas to California, after checking into the hotel, I had to go straight to fittings where I had my models try on their looks for the show, and we went over how everyone would walk on the runway. And then right after that, I had to head back to the hotel, grab all my luggages that have my shop stuff in it, because my brand was also going to have a booth at the con to like sell my wares. I was right next to ACDC Rag, so the whole row that we were in were all of the brands that were part of the fashion show as well. So there's me, ACDC Rag, The Black Ribbon, Forest Girl Clothing, and Vina of the Valley, which I thought was really cool because we had a wide range of J-Fashion style representation. Decora, Lolita, Mori, ACDC Rag with literally all of the styles that they sell, and really cute kawaii fashion. Just being in the presence of all of these amazing brands and designers was such a huge honor. Not only those who were part of the fashion show, there were also so many incredible artists in the artist alley and exhibitor hall. I sadly was not able to walk around and peruse much because it was just me and my little sister running our booth together. But now I know for next time that we definitely need more people, especially for a con as big as AX. So the official day one of AX was mostly just selling at my booth and chatting, getting to meet lots of online friends and make a bunch of new ones too. The fashion show wasn't until the next day, day two. Even though the time leading up to the show was really hectic and everyone is really nervous, I enjoy it because I get to be around everyone else. We are literally putting everything together. It's like a fun group project. So that's why whenever I get the chance to be a part of a fashion show, I'm always up for it. I love being around everyone's energy and that feeling at the end when everyone does that final walk and bow together. All of my feelings kind of spill out, and actually after we went backstage, when we were done, I started bawling my eyes out because everything just hit me at once. My models did an incredible job. I was so proud of them, proud of everyone who helped behind the scenes, all the fashion coordinators, and proud of myself because I never would have thought that someone like me, who half the time I don't even know what the heck I'm doing, would have the honor of standing on such a stage with so many talented people. All of the hard work and stress of putting it together, no matter what kind of obstacle that we went through during the process, which there was hiccups unfortunately, but we pushed through and we persevered, and I think we did a really awesome job, so I'm really happy. But getting to see the crowd's smiling faces and hearing their cheers, it really encouraged me, and I always hope that during these shows it inspires other people to try out decora or fun colorful clothing, or honestly anything that they want to wear or do, that it gives them courage to do it too, because if I can, I believe that you can do it too. The rest of AX was spent working and celebrating a little whenever I could. I even got to meet my Oshi Miyu from Non-Sweet. They are a Kaigai idol group from Canada. I also met Hello Angel Girl. They make super Geru type of clothes, and even the booth was set up with all these iconic Geru and Geru inspired things. However, the wildest thing that I saw at AX was a huge Ramwi booths. This thing was huge. So if you didn't know, Shein is Ramwi's parent company, so they owned them. Basically, you know, kind of the same company, because you'll see Shein pieces on Ramwi and Ramwi pieces on Shein. Now last year, I found out that Shein and Ramwi stole one of my designs, and I made a video about it, so then they took it down. And this year, literally 1 year later, they freaking did it again. They stole one of my designs again, and I didn't make a video about it. I just posted about it on Twitter, and I wasn't the only one that they stole from. They also stole ACDC Rags Designs, K Collective / Good Fortune, Gimme Fashion on Etsy, and this is just like from that one time. You know, I'm sure that many people have heard of Shein and Romwe stealing from a bunch of other artists and designers. I think right now there's some kind of something that has to do with RICO. People have tried to sue Shein a lot of times, but for some reason it just nothing happens. But yeah, I don't know how they always do it, but they found my post and took down some of those items and then reached out to me. So seeing that huge Romwe booth at Anime Expo was like a kick to the stomach. I went up to document everything, and they were making AI portraits for attendees. The funny thing is, one of the employees noticed my outfit and said, "Oh, is what you're wearing from Romwe? It looks similar to what we have." And in my mind, I'm like, I wonder why. But yeah, they kept asking me to have my AI portrait done, but I was like, I'm good. No, thank you. After that nonsense, I had to cleanse myself. So we flew back home to Texas, and the day after we landed, went right back to work. Day one, it was fashion show day at OkashiCon, this time with 6% Doki Doki, Pubitel, and Devilish Angel. I didn't get a lot of footage during this convention because I was just enjoying myself, catching up with friends. However, I did get a chance to film a little interview with kurechan and Sebastian Masuda. So let's jump right into those interviews. Yeah. Hello. Hello. So thank you so much for doing this interview with me today. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that.
私もすごく嬉しいです。久しぶりに会えて嬉しい。
I'm very happy, and it's been a while since we met again. So.
It has. I think the last time was Acon in 2018.
Yes, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. Oh man.
I missed you.
Oh no, I missed you too. Well, let's start off with some introductions before I start crying. Please introduce yourself and your work.
Hi, my name is kurechan, and I'm a YouTuber and 原宿ファッションモデル。and 最近は可愛いクリエイターとして日本でいろんな可愛いに関わるオブジェとかエントランスとかイベントとかを作ってます。
So recently, she's also a kawaii creator, and she's been making items and also like producing items.
I just remembered. We have to introduce I too! I's literally here! So if you've ever watched any of the previous interviews that I've done with other Japanese artists, you might remember I. She's right here in the front, right next to me. Oh,
Hello.
Before we continue with the rest of the questions, could you do a quick outfit rundown, please? Let's give a show of what you're wearing today. So you've got 6% Doki Doki everywhere. We just got back from the OkashiCon fashion show, so this is what kurechan was wearing.
新作です。
Cute.
一番新しいやつ。
This is a new item. It still hasn't been released yet.
We are matching!
Oh! Hey! Thank you very much. I read your interview with Com, and you said that a key component of your coordinates is color. So what are some of your favorite shops to buy colorful clothes from?
好きなお店は、6%はもうすごく昔から、最初に連れてってもらった時が高校生で、そこからもう10年以上行ってるかもしれない。あとは日本でキャンディーストリッパーがすごく好きで、私が読者モデルになる時に憧れてたブランドの一つでもあって、あとはリスンフレーバー、それから最近はもうあんまり新作出してないけどスーパーラバーズとか好きなお店はいっぱいあります。
She's been a fan of 6% since she was a high schooler, so over 10 years ago, and she's also a fan of Candy Stripper even before she modeled for them, and also a fan of Listen Flavor, although they haven't put too many new things out yet.
Very nice. Well, how did you first discover Harajuku fashion, decora, and kawaii culture?
私が最初に原宿ファッション、当時は原宿ファッションって言葉がなかったんですけど、好きになったきっかけは、ロックバンド。そう、私が中学生の時にすごくたくさんのバンドが流行って、それでギャルも原宿系もカジュアルな子もみんな雑誌をみんなそれぞれのジャンルで買ってクラスのみんなで回し読みしてたの。で、それで出会ったのがケラの雑誌で、そこで初めてこういうファッションはジャンルでいろいろ分かれてるんだって知って、じゃあ私はカラフルなのが着たいなと思って、ちょっと古着系みたいなのを最初に着て、で次に7みたいな世界観のロックスタイルにハマって、しばらくはねパンクスをやってました。
Introduced to Harajuku fashion, this was before it was even like a term for it. And so back then there was a lot of I guess rock bands were the first to introduce her to like subculture fashion. So in middle school they would pass around a lot of magazines that had like different genres, like such as Gyaru and Kara magazine. It showed like names for different genres of fashion, and then that's what introduced her into like more colorful fashion. And she would buy first like used clothing, and also first dress like more punk rock.
That's very cool. I've been trying to collect Kara magazines, and I have some of them that have you in it, and it's like, oh my god, there's this cover where just a lot of the Harajuku people are on the cover. You know the one I'm talking about? Yeah, so you're right here. Oh my god. Why is Harajuku fashion and kawaii culture so important to you?
私にとってはこのカラフルなファッションがあまり周りにいなかった。ずっと中学も高校もそれから20歳になるぐらいまでは周りにあんまりいなくて、ずっと一人で着てて、で全然ジャンルの違う子と一緒に遊んでたから、私にとっては一人でもすごく楽しめてクリエイティブな感じになれることだったから、ただのファッションっていうわけではなくて、楽しいからずっと続けていられるライフワークみたいなものだと思うんですから、原宿ファッションって最近は言われてるけど、私にとっては自分の可愛いスタイルかなって思います。
At the beginning, colorful fashion in general wasn't very common, and so it was usually something she did alone, even hang out with other friends who'd wear different types of clothing. In general, it was something that was fun and something that you could feel creative doing, and something that you could continue doing for a long period of time. So it isn't really about like the title of Harajuku fashion for kurechan. It really is like creating her own kawaii style is what she feels like she is doing.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Well, are you currently working on any projects at the moment?
これからまだ日本であんまり言ってないんですけど、日本で万博があるんですよ。その万博が前回ドバイでやってて、ドバイの時にも実はオファーが来てたんだけど、そのプロジェクションマッピングをしようみたいなのは映像がちょっと間に合わなくて、私は自分の3D スキャンデータだけを送って展示をしてたんです、実は。だけど今回日本でエキスポやるってなって、大阪で結構大きい島をね今改装中なんですよ。大阪のエキスポに合わせて大阪のその新しくできる街を可愛くしてほしいっていう風に観光局からオファーがあって、今それをやろうかって言ってるところです。だからすごく2025年に向けて日本はまたもっともっと面白くなると思います。
She was first asked to participate in the World Expo in Dubai, but she was unable to attend, although she sent a 3D scan of herself. In 2 years, she's gonna be at the World Expo in Osaka. Is also part of a project about making the town kawaii, so she's currently working on that.
Very nice. Well, where can our viewers follow and support you online?
SNS は Instagram と、YouTube チャンネル、それから Twitter をやってます。
Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
Awesome. Well, I will have them all linked down below. But thank you so much for your time and knowledge that you shared today.
ありがとう。
Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yay! Hello. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me today. How are you doing today?
Good.
Very happy to hear that. Well, let's start off with some introductions. So please introduce yourself and your work.
My name is Sebastian Master. As you know, the kawaii artist. I'm based in New York now. Yeah, I moved to New York last year. So I'm based in New York now.
Very nice. Well, very happy to have you stateside now. Before we continue with the rest of the questions, could you do a quick outfit rundown,
Okay.
please?
これは別に他のブランドなんだけれども、自分にこう似合うような色合いのものを着てきました。本当は 6% ドキドキで作りたいから、今後作っていこうかなって考えてます。
It's a different brand than 6%, but it kind of the colors evoke how his like personality. But he does want to create something similar with 6%.
ドキドキももう古いブランドなので、みんなファンも結構、お父さんお母さんの世代から小さい子までいるので、全部の世代に対応できるような今洋服も作りたくて、自分も似合うような、洋服も作りたいなと考えてます。
Since a lot of fans of 6%, because 6% is quite an old brand, there's both people who are very young and people who are very old, and so it's about like he wants to create more items that can fit for all ranges of ages.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Do you mind if I ask where you got your hat from? It's really cool.
これは、帽子はいつもカシラっていうジャパニーズブランドがいつも提供してくれて、いつもカシラの帽子をかぶっています。
It's a specific brand, Kashira, that he always buys his hats from.
Oh, okay. So is that your favorite shop to buy hats from?
Yeah.
Very cool.
ドキドキも、コラボレーションをよくしています。
Yeah, there's a collaboration with 6%.
Oh,
So a lot of their hats, you can see that they're collabed with them.
so it's on their website if somebody wants to find it?
I mean, I think in general the 6% hats are collabed with them because that's
How it's
manufactured,
made.
yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, that's really cool. How did you first discover Harajuku fashion and kawaii culture?
原宿とか可愛いっていう言葉がなかったんだけれども、自分が10代の頃から原宿で遊んでいて、そこに集まっていたストリートの子たちと一緒に作ったのが原宿ファッションです。
In the past, there wasn't really the term kawaii or harajuku, but in his teens, he was able to meet a lot of people and then combine street fashion, and that's how it grew from there.
How did you get into working as an artist and producer of 6% Doki Doki? Because I know that it started way back in 1995. Please take us through your journey as an artist.
20歳ぐらいから10代から、アーティストになりたくていろんな活動していたんだけれども、原宿でずっと終わらない展覧会を、やっているつもりで 6% ドキドキを始めました。
Since his teens and 20s, he had wanted to be an artist, and so 6% Doki Doki was part of that project of creating like an exhibition that never ends.
That's really cool. Why is Harajuku fashion and kawaii culture so important to you?
原宿に、自分の好きなファッションスタイルがなかったから、自分で作ったっていうのと、あと90年代は西海岸で特に、LA やサンフランシスコでレイブパーティーがいっぱいあって、そのレイブパーティーに着ていく、ファッションにすごく影響を受けて、こういった原宿ファッションや可愛いファッションを、作りました。
So in the beginning, there wasn't really a style he liked, so he created the things he wanted to wear. Part of inspiration is the rave culture in the West Coast during that time.
Well, I feel like because you're a big part of why Decora is a thing today. Like you, Tomoe Shinohara, just like the kids in Fruits back then. I feel like all of that combined helped create and led to the evolution of Decora fashion. So I think it's really cool how you were inspired by rave culture. And now we have like all these bracelets and layers and stuff. Are you currently working on any projects? Because I know you recently opened up.
皆さんの知ってる通り今話題なのは寿司デリックっていうプロジェクトで、和食×エンターテインメントをコラボレーションした新しい、寿司のお店をプロデュースしています。
As you may know, the big project working on right now is Sushidelic in New York City, and it's about combining Japanese cuisine with entertainment, so it's just this big project right now.
It's
ハワ
really
イモ
cool.
スターカフェにを知ってる人だったらすぐこの寿司デリックがどういうコンセプトなのか、すぐに理解できると思います。
So if you've ever been to Kawaii Monster Cafe, you will understand like the themes and ideas from that and see those objects also in Sushi Delic.
Yes, Kawaii Monster Cafe. We miss it very dearly. It's funny, I saw somebody say that Sushi Delic stole the Kawaii Monster Cafe idea, which was really funny because I was like, wait, it's the same person who made this. Where can our viewers follow and support you online?
インスタグラムのセバスチャンアンダーバーマスダセバスチャンマスダTwitter something like that.
You can follow him on his Instagram and his Twitter. And 6% Doki Doki
Yes,
is
follow
on,
6%.
also on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Thank you so much for your time and your knowledge that you shared today. Thank you for your years of just spreading kawaii culture all over the world. You have been a huge inspiration to me for so many years. So I'm just like, oh, this is really amazing. So thank you so much again.
Thank you. 今日彼女の、サイバーガールのブランドを見たときに、自分の作ったこういった可愛いとか、デコラとかそういったものが、遠くテキサスでちょっとこういうふうに彼女によって引き継がれていることにすごく感動、パッション、エモーショナルな気持ちになりました。
So seeing your fashion show, it was great to see like him being your inspiration for like the next generation decora and Harajuku fashion and how you adapted to your location and just seeing that change is very like emotional and inspiring, like very emotional for him to see like the next generation of it.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I can't tell y'all how fast my heart was beating the whole time. I was so nervous. My hands were like, being next to both of these Harajuku kawaii legends. Then the icing on top of the fun time I had at OkashiCon was the J Fashion Mixer that they always have on the last day. Sebastian Masuda was DJing. Everyone had the coolest fits on, yummy food and drinks. The vibes were just impeccable. I even got to trade some candy with kurechan. She's so sweet. She's the best. After all that, I went home, laid in bed, and thought to myself, dang, all that happened in the span of a week and a half. And then I laid there for the next 2 weeks because depression. It hit me really hard after the events that occurred, and I think part of that had to do with burnout from all the prep and the doing of things. Sometimes I will get emails from people referring to me as a team, but it's all me, baby. I do all the videos, I do all the fashion show preparing and the making and the shipping of the online thingies, social media posts, and being a mom and all that jazz. Mixing in a move from one state to another, leaving my family and friends in Arizona and then having to start fresh again, and neglecting my mental health really took a toll on me. But yeah, I hope that this doesn't sound like me complaining. I just want to be open and honest with y'all about where I'm at. I'm extremely grateful for all of the opportunities that I've had the honor to be a part of. It's still wild to me that all that happened. But I hope that this is a lesson not just for me, but for y'all as well, that taking care of your mental health is so important. It's really tough, especially with how the world is right now. You know, wearing colorful, fun clothing, it helps, but it doesn't solve everything. So yeah, but I'm working on trying to see a therapist, trying to slowly work on everything. I've still got a couple of videos on backlog, so you can expect those when I'm able to work on them. If you'd like to see them, you could wink wink, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for when they drop. Did I wink right? Ah! I really appreciate y'all so freaking much. Thank you to everyone who said hello at the conventions, or even if you weren't able to, I super appreciate you. Please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.